Hi YouTube, I'm Mark from Denmark, and you're watching my first YouTube video. It's exciting. I'm editing this right now, and I realized that I didn't do a very good job of explaining what is about to happen, what you're gonna watch. So here is a little bit of an explanation, and then we're gonna start the project like in the middle of everything. It doesn't really make sense, but it's going to. I hope you'll understand. This is my 1856 nightclub. This part. Now we're turning this into this. And it starts today. Now in the first episode here, we're going to be focusing on removing this section here. So we can have some extra parking spaces and a lot more room. Let's just get to it. So the project is to get all these rafters down today on this trailer and to the dump. I'm gonna let that first one stay, one on the middle and one on the end, so that the wall doesn't fall over. Not that I think that it would, but just to be sure. My bike. It's 10 degrees Celsius and I'm dying. It's so hot. Wow. All right, let's get on with it. Denmark, or I think this is all of Europe, you need to recycle everything. So now we're going with all the wood from the rafters. We're going to what's called the recycling station. I think it's the best way to translate it. And then we just, for free, we can throw it in a container and everything gets recycled. I think I think that all of the rafters are gonna get turned into like OSB boards, MDF, kitchen cabinets, stuff like that. Or if they have excess of it, I know they just burn it. We have central heating stations all over Denmark, and the recycling station that I'm taking this to is called Vestforbrænding, and then you pay. I don't know how it works because I don't have it, and it just recirculates like that, and I guess they somehow calculate the BTUs of if the forward temperature is like 75 degrees Celsius and the return temperature is 55, you pay the difference. I don't know. So if they have excess of that and they can't ship it out, or whoever is buying the wood to recycle it, if they don't have the capacity to take it, they just burn it and it gets turned into heating for like central housing. No, not central. It's called remote heating. So they burn it very remote outside the city so the pollution doesn't affect the city. And then with pipes, like these size of pipes, like 40 centimeters in diameter, they pump it all the way to the end of the city and all the way back. And then from there, every street, it goes out into your house in heat exchanger. Yeah, I think it's a good way of doing it. Try to recycle it first, and then if you can't, just burn it. Yeah, and of course at the heating stations they have these crazy chimneys with 1.5 million filters. So even though it's completely away from the city, there's nothing being polluted from it. It's just, you see them, they're always smoking, but that's just the steam. It's not smoke. I'm sorry about that. I have a woodpecker in my BMW here. It goes like inside the air conditioner. I don't know what it is. It's just wonderful listening to all day. Today's my first day of recording YouTube, and it's weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like, when we're taking down the rafters, I was just whispering because I don't want my neighbors to hear me and ask me what I'm doing. It's just weird. I only speak English when I'm traveling or when I'm gaming online. I never just speak it. That's nice. I like that. Practice my skills. Trying to get rid of my Danish accent. I don't have a bad one, but at least I don't think. I did learn English in school. I learned English playing Counter-Strike. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think I'm gonna film. I'm driving into the recycling station now. I don't think I'm gonna film inside here because I don't know. I think maybe it's inappropriate because I'm not gonna be able to do it without filming other people. And I don't want to be the guy with the camera. Everybody asking me, "What are you doing? What are you filming for?" Nah. Don't ask me. Okay, where am I going with this actually? Oh, I gotta wait for this guy. You just put it in the container. I'm going in that one. That is for indoor unpainted wood. Take this one, just so you. some of them or around the toilet. All right, it's the big day of demolition. Now, we're pretty much ready. We're just waiting for the neighbors to leave. This is gonna be so great. Because I only have one parking space right in front there. And I'm gonna get 1 and 2. So I can have a trailer, my car, and my girlfriend's car. Oh, we got Barbie here. Yeah, I'm the guy with the pink excavator called Barbie. And we're getting ready to take this wall down. This is gonna be so good. I can't wait. I guess I didn't really need the time lapse for that one. That was fun. All right, guys. It's the next day. It's the day after tomorrow. I did some work off camera where I knocked out this footer right here. This one. It had a ton of rebar in it. So that was fun. And I took out this so we can, I think it's called a retaining wall. We're gonna build a wall here. It's gonna carry the ceiling, and then we can knock down the rest of this wall. And then we're gonna do this. We're just gonna build a temporary wall on this. It's bolted to the floor. And then we're gonna put some up to the rafters, I guess they're called. And that's gonna carry this whole roof and the terrace on top. So we can knock down this wall. Maybe make a foundation line and a step down to another foundation line. See, the foundation is right there. And then we can build a whole new, normally framed wood wall. There's gonna be a window, a door here, and there's gonna be a bathroom here. And we have to also cut a hole in this wall. That's gonna lead into this area inside here from that corner. And then this is gonna become a bedroom. So that's the project for today. Wall, and then knock down a wall to build a new wall. It's all about wall, guys. You might think to yourself that this is gonna settle once I knock the wall down, because this isn't perfectly to the ground. But I'm gonna use a cheat code with these screws. Now, because the screw has a shank that doesn't thread, it's gonna pull. So when I screw them like this, it's gonna raise the roof a little bit and put a lot of pressure down here. You see those two lines? And there, it's gonna start to pull. You see? Now, doing that on all of them is gonna put pressure down there, so I don't need to use one of these. Normally, you would use one of these. I don't know what it's called in English. We call them soldiers. And then you put them to the floor, and then you turn that thing, this one, to push it up. We're not gonna do that here. We're just gonna screw them at a crooked angle, so it's gonna push the rod, the stud. It's gonna push the stud down and raise the roof up and take the tension off this wall. Secured that the roof is not gonna fall down, but we need to make sure that it doesn't slide to the sides. And to do that, we're going to put this one like this, and then we're going to put the other one from behind and the other way, so it kind of makes a cross. That's going to stabilize everything in this direction. We just made this. But there is also a risk, mind you, that this whole roof, it ain't attached to the wall, it's just resting on it. So there's a possibility, even though that we secured it this way and this way, we haven't secured it this way. So I'm gonna take this. This is a 2x8, and I'm gonna bolt it to this wall and just put a few like at an angle to keep it to this wall, because you can't see it. But I'll show you. The way that they're attached up there, they just notched out some bricks, and then it's just resting. It's just resting on there. So it could easily just flip out that way. I just put some extras there, so because I was worried that this one might be able to like bend in a little bit, so it has some support that way. Let's see here. This one is going to my neighbor's building there, and the other one that goes to my basement, and this one is actually the primary one for the nightclub. This would be all of the lighting, the bar, the fridges, the stereo, everything was run off this single one. Oh yeah, up here, this one, that ran the whole kitchen thing. just what we just did here. We're gonna do the same from this corner here all the way down to here. Apparently, somebody ain't strong enough. Time for the toothpick. Alright guys, so the electrician was just here and removed the old distribution panel. We just cut them all. This is the main power, and we're gonna continue getting the rest of this tiny wall down and getting down to the foundation. It's a good thing I have a electrician friend. I definitely didn't do this myself.